Quick look outside, everyone. I'll get you ready for your Thursday. Also, sneak peek at a tumultuous weekend ahead.
Plus, with rising crime in the state of Washington, Yakima business owners met with law enforcement to find ways to protect small businesses. And the CBC Planetarium is preparing to reopen. How you can experience the wonders of space. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. I can't wait for that planetarium story.
Yeah.
I love, have you ever been to a planetarium?
I have, and it's really a cool experience.
It's a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, anything that gets, I love anything space, so just sounds like the thing for me. So I'm glad we have one locally. It's going to be great.
Yeah, me too. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Also locally, you may want to get outside today.
Yes.
Plenty of sunshine, a little bit warmer temperatures. Let's take a look at our radar. We still have a little bit of residual shower activity going on along the Blues. It's going to take till the afternoon for that sun to come out for the Blue Mountain region. We also have a winter weather advisory for the upper elevations of the Blue Mountains until 11 a.m. this morning, so expect some snow if you're traveling over the mountains. So for our day today, we expect plenty of sunshine, highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s, so definitely the warmest day of this week, so enjoy it while you can. Tomorrow night, we're going to start to see quite a bit of snow in the western slopes of the Cascades, and we're going to see plenty of shower activity and windy conditions for our city. So a lot of changes coming this weekend. So folks, I hope you can get out, maybe enjoy lunch outside today. But folks, those changes, I'll have a preview of that in my full forecast that's coming up. But for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
The Greater Yakima Chamber of Commerce says local businesses are tired of dealing with crime, but don't know what to do about it. Cap KVUE's Emily Goodell says that's why they invited business owners and public safety officials to a luncheon to talk about long-term solutions and ways to keep themselves safe now.
Yakima County Sheriff Bob Udell says dealing with crime in the county is complicated.
So what's the solution? A bigger jail, more staff, better cameras? No, the solution is less people in jail.
He says that means investing in proactive programs for young people, something that requires volunteers and funding.
Prevention is the key. Keep these young people from getting to that place where they make those bad choices.
But that doesn't mean businesses and community members can't take steps to make themselves safer.
Our law enforcement officers and our keynote speakers today challenged us to say, where are you in this? What is your part? What are you doing to help the problem, rather than just sitting back and complaining?
Law enforcement officers say the first step is taking an active role in your own protection by leaning into the worrisome what ifs.
As you are going through the routine of your day at work, for example, you think to yourself, what if somebody came through that door right now with a gun? What would I do?
Look for exits, escape routes, things that can be used to protect yourself or distract an attacker.
The more that you think about those little scenarios in your brain, the more likely your brain is going to file those away.
And if the worst does happen, instead of freezing, you can take action.
And in a significant situation, a critical incident, your brain can go, plug in. And you can say, I thought about this before. I know what to do.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Cap KVUE, Local News.
Law enforcement also pleading with business owners and community members to report crime, no matter how small, because they can't do anything to try to fix the problem if they don't know about it. A drive-by shooting on I-82 now under investigation by the Washington State Patrol. According to the agency, an unknown vehicle opened fire on a white Nissan Sentra traveling westbound on I-82. This happened before 1 in the morning on March 20th near the town of Outlook. Troopers say the unknown vehicle continued westbound and possibly got off the freeway between Granger and Toppenish. If you have information that can assist the investigation, contact Detective Jacobs at 509-249-6744 or through the email on your screen. The city of Yakima has canceled April Pools Day, the annual free swimming and water safety event at Lions Pool, due to scheduling conflicts with a project to replace the HVAC system. They were going to close in April, but now it's been pushed out a month to May, meaning they should reopen just in time for summer. City staff say with a current temperature of 90 degrees inside the pool building and humidity at about 90%, the new HVAC system will make a huge difference.
We'll actually be able to chill the air. We'll actually be able to remove the moisture out of the air with the new HVAC system. The way it currently stands, we feel like Florida. It's very, very warm in here.
In the meantime, they have classes for water aerobics, swimming, and other programs with a full list on the Yakima Parks website. The city of West Richland is saying goodbye to a prominent roundabout pretty soon. That's the one on the corner of Keene Road and Bombing Range Road. Cap KVU's Riley Fitzgerald says we typically see intersections turn into roundabouts, but this roundabout is turning back into an intersection.
We've gone from roundabout construction to roundabout deconstruction. Around 20 years ago, the Tri-Cities went through a roundabout renaissance. That's when city officials in West Richland started planning to change the intersection at Keene and Bombing Range into a traffic circle. Now, officials say the roundabout isn't set up to handle the growth coming to the city, with an expected 4,000 new homes peeking over the horizon.
A lot of business, a lot of growth, and we're trying to stay ahead of it. You know, people are saying it's not at capacity yet. It's getting there. It's getting there. Anybody that goes through it in the morning, the delays are getting longer.
To keep up with the traffic demands of the city, there were a couple of solutions, each with pros and cons.
A double lane roundabout would have taken out somebody's home. There was concerns with that regional pathway on the north side and be able to cross multiple lanes at an uncontrolled intersection. And then it also caused access impacts into East Latin there at the lakes.
Reinstating the traffic light was the one the West Richland City Council landed on. The first phase starts in April and ends in July, and the second ends in September. There is a full intersection closure on the weekend of April 14th, but after that, the intersection will be kind of open. There will be detours, but the intersection won't be fully closed, even through construction.
The detour will be in place, and the intersection will be open as a T intersection with stop conditions. Except the only change is if you were heading eastbound to Richland on Keene Road, you have to detour around Watkins, Kennedy to get back to Keene.
While this construction is going on, the city is recommending some alternate roads to take. If you're coming in or out of West Richland and you usually take the roundabout, they recommend taking Kennedy and Watkins roads to get to Keene, or vice versa to get around it. In West Richland, Riley Fitzgerald, Cap KVU Local News.
City officials say construction should be completed by October of this year. A reminder for Benton PUD customers in Prosser, the Bonneville Power Administration plans to conduct 2 power outages. The first takes place tomorrow evening, March 31st, from 10 p.m. until 7 the next morning. The utility says a second planned outage has been scheduled for Friday, April 21st at 9 p.m. until 7 the next morning. The outages will impact Benton PUD customers in Prosser and some outlying customers in Benton City and in the Grandview area. The Bonneville Power Administration will conduct the outages so workers can safely perform preventative maintenance. Taking a trip to outer space, the Columbia Basin College Planetarium is preparing to reopen after renovations. This morning, we have a preview of what visitors can expect when it opens on April 7th.
I think people's jaws are absolutely going to drop.
4K resolution projectors, brand new lighting, and an interactive lobby. $500,000 later, the CBC Planetarium is almost ready to welcome back visitors.
It is literally night and day. It has been a fantastic and roller coaster of a ride.
The planetarium originally opened back in 2012. Director Aaron Steinert says it was time for an upgrade.
Showing its age. And so with this generous donation from HAPO, we have been able to completely transform this space, adding new graphics and new text panels.
She's talking about the upgraded lobby where kids can play and visitors can learn a thing or two before entering the theater.
Incredible. I cannot even describe how fantastic this whole space is now.
Inside the dome, 2 new projectors to give you a view of the night sky and whichever program you choose to see. Steinert says they also improved the overall lighting.
Now instead of one color at a time, we can program each individual bank and make a rainbow display on the dome too. All of our shows are an hour long. The first half is a live night sky tour, and the second half is a full dome film. And we have about 19 different films in different areas of science that we rotate through.
The planetarium is also open to field trips. Erin and her team hope it sparks an interest in STEM and maybe even a future CBC Hawk.
Trying to foster a lifelong passion for STEM education, and I really feel like this entire renovation is going to help. So I really have to just give a shout out to all of the teachers throughout my life and all of the teachers here locally. Thank you for inspiring this next generation of scientists.
CBC says this project was made possible by generous community donations and companies like Bechtel, Central Plateau Cleanup Company, and Hapo Credit Union. Tickets must be reserved online. The planetarium reopens April 7th. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Oh, we're seeing a hint of light, folks. We have a beautiful Thursday on the way, but big changes on the way. Wind, mountain snow, and rain starting tomorrow. All of your forecast coming right up.
Plus, news out of Rome as Pope Francis has been hospitalized. We'll update you on his status next.
It's Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Colon cancer screening is the #1 way to prevent this disease. Get more information at yaktrynews.com.
Colon cancer screenings save lives. Call Prosser Digestive Health Center at Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. And with the lunch special starting as low as $10.49 for a 2-topping Pee-wee pizza and a medium drink, why go anywhere else? Delicious, mouth-watering food with only the freshest ingredients. It's lunchtime and I'm going to Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
We know vaccines, immunizations, and boosters save lives. They nearly eradicated polio, protected our infants from chickenpox and measles, and kept our kids safe from whooping cough and meningitis. The best way to keep your family safe from these viruses is to stay informed about when to get vaccinated. If you have questions about vaccinations, like COVID-19 or the flu, talk with your healthcare provider today. Learn more at askyourprovider.org.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Do you have a current vehicle loan or lease? Do you want a low financing rate? Do you want a new ride? 0 down and 1.9% financing even on used vehicles. SteveHahnAutoGroup.com.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
It's 6:13 on this Thursday morning. Well, prayers are coming in from around the world for Pope Francis, who is hospitalized with a respiratory infection. The 86-year-old pontiff had complained of some trouble breathing in recent days and went into a hospital for medical tests, where he will remain for now. At the White House, President Biden telling reporters he's concerned, sending his well wishes to the Pope. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest from Washington.
Overnight, Pope Francis hospitalized in Rome with a lung infection. The Vatican saying the 86-year-old had complained of respiratory difficulties and that the infection will require several days of appropriate hospital medical treatment. Just hours earlier, the Pope was seen smiling and kissing babies during his weekly audience. The health concerns perhaps more serious because as a young man, he had part of a lung removed after suffering pneumonia.
His age, prior lung conditions, and the lungs being involved in the infection, all of that should be taken seriously. And the fact that he's in a hospital for the appropriate supportive care that he needs is going to give him the best odds of pulling through.
Pope Francis has faced other health challenges. He now relies on a cane and wheelchair after a knee injury and has dealt with a colon condition after intestinal surgery in 2021. The faithful praying for him. I love him, I adore him, this woman says. We want Pope Francis to get better. And President Biden, a devout Catholic, wishing him the best.
The Pope is ill now, so say an extra prayer for him.
The Vatican saying the Pope is touched by the many messages received and expresses his gratitude for the closeness and prayer.
And at the White House, President Biden calling Pope Francis a good friend, saying he is concerned for his health. It's unclear for now if the Pope will attend any services for the upcoming Holy Week, which begins with Palm Sunday this weekend and Easter a week later. Coming up, there's been a lot of talk about a possible ban of TikTok in the United States, but what would actually happen if the popular app was banned? And folks, I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. A beautiful day is on the way. Stick with us, everyone. Good Morning Northwest will return right after this.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
I'm getting backyard cookout vibes. Inside? Oh, that's the new DQ Backyard Bacon Ranch Signature Stack Burger. Now you can take the backyard anywhere with honey barbecue sauce and house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. You guys are taking this backyard anywhere thing really seriously. Maybe next time you'll take that DQ Backyard Bacon Ranch Signature Stack Burger to, you know, the actual backyard.
We need a hose.
Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
With friends, there are no secrets.
I used to wet my bed.
Ross used to wear leg warmers.
Your middle name is Muriel. Ross still sees his pediatrician.
Chandler entered a Vanilla Ice look-alike contest and won. Ross came in fourth and cried. Joey was in a porno movie.
Ross married Rachel in Vegas and got divorced. Again.
No one told you life was going. The best way to end your day. Friends, tonight at 11:05 on Cap KVU.
Next, Extra, Brooke Shields speaks her truth about growing up famous.
I'm amazed that I survived any of it.
Assaulted, sexually exploited, why she's facing her past now in a new docuseries. Next, Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KVU.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
The Beach Boys, the Demolition Derby, and the PRCA Rodeo, all part of this summer's Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days. Tickets go on sale March 31st, but Cap KVU is giving them away now. Click on contests at yaktrynews.com to enter.
If you were to conjure your dream, like what would you be?
Tall. Next live. Kira Sedgwick and Harry Shum Jr. from Grey's Anatomy.
Today at 9 on Cap KVU. This newscast sponsored by wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org. Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful day yesterday and a nice morning so far. A beautiful day is on the way. It may take a little bit to get there as we do still have some cloud coverage in places, but we have quite a bit of wind and rain coming to all of our areas, especially the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region starting tomorrow evening, and snow into the mountains. And it could be heavy, folks. I'm talking 1 to 2 feet. We're seeing a little bit of snow right now in the Blue Mountain region. We have a still lingering shower activity in Walla Walla and Pendleton. This will come to an end in the next hour or so. And it's going to take a little longer for Walla Walla Pendleton to be seeing the sunshine that we're going to be seeing. So as we move along in our morning hours, we're going to see clearing and maybe just a little bit of shower activity in our early afternoon hours. Our next cell, though, major cell, will be coming tomorrow morning for Yakima, possibly even the Ellensburg area. But then as we get into tomorrow afternoon, we have heavy showers coming on in. Ellensburg and Yakima, you're kind of in a pocket there where you're not going to see too much of this showers, but we are seeing snow in the mountains. Then as we move along in the evening hours, more shower activity for Mid-Columbia, Blues, and that's going to persist into the morning hours, some heavy cells as well. So then we'll see some spotty showers Saturday and Sunday, but the snow will be continuing in the eastern slopes of the western slopes of the Cascades. 1 to 2 feet expected from tomorrow night into Sunday night. So be very careful if you're traveling that is above 3,500 feet. Also gusts possible up to 50 miles per hour. Also, we have a winter weather advisory. Yeah, it was a winter storm watch, for the Cascades. It's a winter weather advisory for the Blue Mountain region until 11 a.m. this morning with 4 to 7 inches of new snow expected. So as we head into our morning hours, we are chilly in Yakima in Ellensburg for 2 days in a row where we had mid-40s in the morning. We're back to below the freezing mark or at it. So bundle up if you're heading out the door. Sticking in those mid to lower 40s. Look at that, 47 for Hermiston, so temperatures all over the place. We are going to see our warmest day of the week, and then we'll get into that malaise again, about 5 or so degrees off of our averages. So after today, we're going to be seeing more of those 50-degree temperatures across the board, and we're going to be staying there well into our next work week. Winds, we're going to see it slowly build for all of our areas today. 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, already seeing some double digits this morning, but then the winds are going to be hitting starting tomorrow between 20 and 30 mile per hour winds tomorrow into Saturday, where it gets even heavier. We'll see it start to slow down Sunday into our next work week, but do get ready for quite a bit of wind accompanying all of that rain coming in. So for today, highs are going to be, let's just say, around the 60-degree mark for the Yakima Valley, 55 on par with what we were yesterday for Ellensburg. Over in the mid-Columbia, mid to lower 60s. In the Blue Mountain region, we're right in those upper 50s. Still the warmest day for the Blue Mountains that we've seen all this week. 7-day forecast, more cloud coverage for your Friday and less rain than the rest of our areas for Yakima, but you should see some rain, especially in the afternoon or early evening, As we move on into the rest of our weekend and our next work week, more sunshine than not, but spotty showers possible Saturday and most likely Sunday. And we should start warming up by this time next week. In the Tri-Cities area, the rain starts Friday night and off and on for Saturday and Sunday. But let's get back to today. I'm talking about all that rain and mountain snow. Today is going to have plenty of sunshine and the warmest temperatures of the week.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are looking into a possible TikTok ban. The social media app has more than 150 million monthly active U.S. users, including small business owners and influencers who rely on the app for a major portion of their profits. So where will all of those users go next if the app disappears? Shelley Malashi takes a look at the platforms that could benefit and how TikTok creators are responding.
Creators, businesses, and influencers are finding themselves in limbo as Congress considers a ban on TikTok if its Chinese owners don't sell their stake in the app.
I have to continue to grow the business, and right now TikTok is the platform that's been amazing, and I love TikTok.
Ella Livingston is one of more than 150 million monthly U.S. users on TikTok, using the platform to grow her chocolate business called Coco Asante.
We always know that a platform can be gone just like that, and so we are always prepared to pivot, and if it's not TikTok, it's going to be another platform.
And she's not the only one ready to move. Influencers who use TikTok as a primary way of generating revenue are already speculating about where they'll go next.
Here's a few right here: Clapper, Huddles, and Likey, to name a few.
So who stands to benefit from a possible ban? Experts say American tech companies with features similar to TikTok. Meta's Facebook and Instagram allow users to create 15-second video clips called Reels. YouTube has a feature called Shorts. Snapchat Spotlight highlights entertaining videos. And even Spotify has a TikTok-like video feed with recommended music and other content. TikTok's parent company ByteDance is based in Beijing, and the push to ban the app is driven by concerns about national security.
There's an immediate threat via TikTok from the Chinese Communist Party.
Earlier this month, the CEO of TikTok said the Chinese government had never asked for U.S. user data, and even if they did, the company wouldn't provide it.
When we return on Good Morning Northwest, today is opening day for Major League Baseball, and that means Mariners baseball is back. We'll give you the rundown of tonight's game next.
Spectrum presents The Download with Clarissa.
Everyone is talking about Spectrum One. Matt, give us a download.
Clarissa, people are switching because Spectrum is offering seamless connectivity with Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile.
That's the future of connectivity. That's Spectrum One.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-883-4999.
What's unique about Spectrum Internet?
Spectrum Internet has the most consistent download speeds and no data caps.
How secure is the Wi-Fi?
The advanced Wi-Fi comes with enhanced privacy and security features that block online threats.
Why is Spectrum Mobile the fastest growing mobile provider?
Spectrum Mobile is super reliable and it includes 5G nationwide.
Plus unlimited calls, texts, and
data.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-883-4999.
Call now or visit a Spectrum store today.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
When great food meets delivery, people just smile. Taste and See Deli in Yakima offers delicious catering that's home-cooked like family. And whether you need a dozen box lunches or 100 breakfast burritos, we've got you covered. Give us a call or stop by. Taste and See Deli.
Spring is here and so are the savings. During the exclusive signature-only event at More Furniture, get 72 months interest-free financing with no money down and only your signature with payments under $45 a month. Get this beautifully crafted wood bedroom set available in 4 color options. Pair it with the coordinating dining room featuring standard or counter height table and 4 chairs. And add style to your living room with this 2-power sofa and love seat in durable performance fabric. Visit morefurniture.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's start here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
It's 26 on this Thursday morning, and today is a big day for baseball fans. It's opening day for Major League Baseball, and the Mariners, they're finishing off the night as they host the Cleveland Guardians for their first game of the 2023 season. Seattle is set to kick off the season with their first Raptor ceremony in 21 years after their trip to the playoffs last year ended their 2-decade postseason drought. Much of last year's roster returns with the addition of Colton Wong and Teoscar Hernandez into the starting lineup. While the Mariner fans are hoping reigning Rookie of the Year, Julio Rodriguez continues his meteoric rise into baseball stardom. One early season prediction, pundits believe Seattle's young roster could bring home the club's first division title since 2001, but they got to battle the Houston Astros to do that. First pitch is scheduled for 7:10 tonight in Seattle. Coming up next, mourners gather in Nashville as a vigil is held to honor those killed in the senseless shooting of an elementary school. We'll be right back.
If you've been seriously injured, some insurance companies are quick to offer a settlement in their best interest. Hire a law firm that will work hard for you. For over 30 years, Allen Brecky Law Offices has been representing accident and injury victims.
Total Energy Management has been serving the Tri-Cities area with superior HVAC service for over 38 years. Our priority is to exceed consumer and client expectations with innovative Carrier products and a brand new facility with state-of-the-art equipment. It's time to beat the cold with Carrier's Cool Cash rebate of up to $1,750. Turn to the experts at Total Energy Management and save on your next home comfort system.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Keep a flock healthy and happy with the largest selection of Purina around. Plus, all the equipment you need to keep the farm running right. And we have the best customer service, we really do. Northwest Farm Supply in Hermiston, Prosser, and Othello.
I'm getting backyard cookout vibes. Inside? Oh, that's the new DQ Backyard Bacon Ranch Signature Stack Burger. Now you can take the backyard anywhere with honey barbecue sauce and house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. You guys are taking this backyard anywhere thing really seriously. Maybe next time you'll take that DQ Backyard Bacon Ranch Signature Stack Burger to, the actual backyard.
We need a hose.
Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
At the Blue Mountain Station Cooperative in Dayton, Washington, we offer you the Pacific Northwest's finest local products: fresh baked goods, locally grown produce, artisan cheese, fresh roasted coffee, wine, honey, and so much more. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands: Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
My relationship with Make-A-Wish began 14 years ago. We cumulatively now have a total of $1.14 million we've done for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm lucky to have a position that affords me the opportunity to support the community. And for me, I want the customer's buying experience to be just that. Understanding what their motivation is, and also knowing that the activity they're having with me is going to have a direct reflect on what we're going to do with Make-A-Wish for the calendar year.
Find your next Subaru at McCurley Subaru and get 3.9% financing.
If you've been seriously injured, some insurance companies are quick to offer a settlement in their best interest. Hire a law firm that will work hard for you. For over 30 years, Allen Brecky Law Offices has been representing accident and injury victims.
Portion of KFKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The city of Nashville held a vigil to mourn the deaths of those killed in the shooting at a private elementary school. And lawmakers in Washington are putting pressure on President Biden to take action on the nation's debt ceiling.
And some early showers in the Blues this morning, but a very nice Thursday is on the way. But wind and rain are looming this weekend. I'll get you prepared.
From KFKV Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. We've made it to Thursday.
Yes, and I love that you're always telling us when it's a good day to go outside and enjoy the outdoors.
Because this weekend it might be a little dicey.
Yeah,
with windy conditions, rain showers, and in the western slopes of the Cascades, up to 2 feet of snow expected this weekend. My goodness. So let's enjoy today. Let's take a look outside. We're seeing some light going on this morning already. We're seeing some shower activity in Walla Walla. That is about to come to an end, and we do have a winter weather advisory for the Blue Mountain region that lasts until 11 a.m. this morning. So a little bit of snow falling in the mountains, but we're going to be seeing a very nice day today. Again, that sunshine will take a little bit longer for the Blue Mountain region. The rest of our areas should see some nice sunshine throughout our day. Winds will build up 10 to 15 mile per hour, but we're seeing our warmest day of the week, and it's going to be cooler as we head into the weekend and next week. So enjoy the sunshine and the warmer temperatures while you can. As we get to tomorrow evening, we expect eastern slopes of the Blues. We expect quite a bit of snow there. We expect quite a bit of rain for most of our areas, and we're going to be seeing those cooler temperatures and windy conditions. So enjoy today if you can. I'll have an update on your weekend in my full forecast that's coming up. But for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
New this morning, Russia has arrested a Wall Street Journal journalist on suspicion of espionage. Russia's Federal Security Service says Evan Gershkovich was spying for the American government. They say the U.S. citizen was detained while trying to obtain secret information about one of the Russian military industrial complexes. According to the Wall Street Journal website, Gershkovich covers Russia, Ukraine, and the former Soviet Union. He previously worked for Agence France Presse, the Moscow Times, and the New York Times. In a statement, the Wall Street Journal says it's deeply concerned for Gershkovich's safety. Now to the school shooting in Nashville, the city coming together to mourn the victims as new information comes to light about the shooter. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
Hundreds of people gathered at last night's vigil in Nashville, mourning the 6 people killed in the shooting at a private Christian school. Singer Sheryl Crow, First Lady Joe Biden, and city leaders among those attending.
Just 2 days ago was our city's worst day. I so wish we did not need to be here.
We're learning more about the victims: Evelyn Dickhouse, Hallie Scruggs, and William Kinney, all 9 years old. Overnight, Dickhouse's family releasing this picture of Evelyn, saying they're overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and support. Also killed, substitute teacher Cynthia Peak, custodian Mike Hill, and school headmaster Catherine Kuntz.
Smart, witty, funny,
always with great advice.
Trisha Drake, a former colleague of Kuntz's, says their last email exchange was about active shooter training in school.
She was prepared. I'm sure they had run those drills.
It could have been 40, 50, 60 people killed, if not for the preparedness of her friend.
Police say the shooter, Audrey Hale, was carrying 2 assault-style rifles, a handgun, and significant ammunition, all bought legally. Meanwhile, tense moments on Capitol Hill.
They're all cowards!
New York Congressman Jamal Bowman, a former school principal, raising his voice to protest what he calls inaction from Republicans on gun violence issues. Republican Congressman Thomas Massey responding.
They're gutless. We're not here. I'm talking about gun violence.
You know, there's never been
I'm talking about gun violence
in a school that allows teachers to carry.
Carry guns? You think more guns lead to more death?
Calm down.
Calm down. Children are dying.
I know. I've got
9-year-old children.
House Democrats are pushing for an assault weapons ban and more background checks, but Republicans say the main issue here isn't guns, it's mental health. The U.S. is facing its first ever potential financial default, but talks to address the nation's debt ceiling remain at a standstill. President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy are at odds on the issue, and the deadline to address the matter keeps inching forward. John Lawrence reports.
Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia wants action on the U.S. debt limit. In an op-ed published by the Wall Street Journal Wednesday night, Manchin wrote that the Biden administration is, quote, determined to pursue an ideological agenda rather than confront the clear and present danger that debts and deficits pose to our nation.
If we could get our revenue growth to match our spending growth, that we'd be in a good spot. But right now we're 2 to 3 times that.
The White House says President Biden has laid out plans to get the U.S. back on its feet financially.
He's put forth a budget for the next fiscal year that laid out how he was going to cut the deficit by $3 trillion over 10 years. And that is showing responsibility, that's showing fiscal responsibility.
And the administration is pointing a finger of blame at the GOP for not responding in kind.
We have not seen anything from House Republicans. What we have seen and heard are excuses after excuses after excuses.
House Republicans are considering holding off on their budget proposals until after the debt ceiling talks are further along, according to a source familiar with the discussions.
The person who's dragging their feet, or in my view, not even moving their feet, is the president.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
In his op-ed piece, Manchin said Biden should have talks with, quote, fiscally minded Republicans and Democrats to negotiate common sense reforms to out-of-control fiscal policy. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Oh, a nice Thursday is on the way, folks, but changes coming as we get into our weekend. Mountain snow, rain, and wind for our areas. All of your forecast coming right up.
Plus, NASA reports of a massive blast of energy in space. We'll tell you what they believe this powerful explosion was, coming up next.
This newscast sponsored by wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
The new Tempur-Pedic Breeze helps you sleep cooler. So no more nocturnal baking or polar ice cap air conditioner mode, because the Tempur-Pedic Breeze delivers all-night cooling.
Mattress Depot USA.
Next ET.
I'm Kelsey Ballerini.
And I'm Kane Brown.
And y'all can get ready for the CMT Music Awards
with us. Only we're with the country co-hosts.
So wish us luck.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KVUE.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together.
Get 0 for 36 plus $2,000 trade-in cash on an in-stock 2022 Escape. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Live better and love your home with the unique items and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our team of designers has given life to new construction and new life to remodeling projects for 30 years. For a limited time, Spencer Carlson is having an art sale. Save up to 80% on all sizes of hanging art and mirrors. Shop now and save while beautifully updating and improving the look of your home's interior. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
Do you have a current vehicle loan or lease? Do you want a low financing rate? Do you want a new ride? 0 down and 1.9% financing even on used vehicles. SteveHahnAutoGroup.com.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
Uh-huh. This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. US Cellular. Built for us.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together.
Get 0 for 36 plus 2,000 trade-in cash on an in-stock 2022 Escape. Only at your local Ford dealer.
At Mattress Depot USA, we realize your top priority is to get a quality mattress at a great price.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
The Beach Boys, the Demolition Derby, and the PRCA Rodeo, all part of this summer's Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days. Tickets go on sale March 31st, but Cap K-View is giving them away now. Click on contests at yaktrynews.com to enter.
If you were to conjure your dream, like what would you be?
Tall. Next 5. Kira Sedgwick and Harry Shum Jr. from Grey's Anatomy.
Today at 9 on Cap K-View.
Well, NASA is studying one of the most powerful classes of explosions in the universe. This particular one is being called the BOAT, brightest of all time. You get it? Tuesday, the space agency announced it clocked a gamma ray burst back in October of last year that was unlike any other. Scientists say the pulse of intense radiation was so exceptional that it blinded most of the gamma ray instruments in space.
They believe a gamma ray blast like this one is so rare that it only happens once in every 10,000 years. It triggered numerous detectors on spacecraft and observatories around the globe, on the International Space Station, and even Voyager 1 in interstellar space. Astronomers believe gamma ray bursts come from the formation of black holes. NASA's James Webb and Hubble Space Telescopes searched for the supernova that usually follows long bursts, but they believe the entire star was swallowed up by the black hole instead of exploding.
Very cool. We're overdue for a supernova. So let's take a quick look outside. All of your full first alert weather forecast, that's coming right up.
And the FDA has made an important ruling on the future of Narcan sales in the United States. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Starting now, it's the 72 months for 72-hour event at More Furniture. Get 72 months interest-free financing on the furniture you need for your whole house. Bedrooms never look so dreamy, living rooms so relaxing, and dining rooms so inviting as they do with 72 months to pay with interest-free financing. But don't wait, this event won't last long. Get 72 months to pay for 72 special hours only. Right now at More Furniture.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
At Mattress Depot USA, we're all about being friendly.
Customer friendly.
Our sleep consultants would tailor the perfect sleep solution just for you.
Local friendly.
We grew up here.
Brand friendly.
The top brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic.
Price friendly.
We always give you the best value.
We might just be the friendliest place on earth. Excuse me? Don't worry, you're still the happiest.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
If you've got the TV volume way up right now, then you really need these. These tiny but powerful little hearing aids are the Nano CIC Recharge, priced at only $297 for a full pair. These are not simply amplifiers. These are ultra high quality, ultra reliable hearing aids, priced thousands less than other hearing aids. They fit right in your ear. Nothing shows in the back of your ear. Payments as low as $36 a month.
1-800-277-1540.
With friends, there are no secrets.
Hurricane Gloria didn't break the porch swing. Monica did.
Chandler, one time wore my underwear to work.
The best way to end your day. Friends, tonight at 11:05 on Cap KView.
Next extra, Brooke Shields speaks her truth about growing up famous.
I'm amazed that I survived any of it.
Assaulted, sexually exploited, why she's facing her past now in a new docuseries. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KView. Portion of Cap KView sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KView First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. A nice day is ahead, and please enjoy. We have big changes coming tomorrow evening and plenty of snow for the mountains and plenty of shower activity for our areas. We're seeing a little bit of shower activity this morning. Walla Walla, Pendleton, maybe just on the periphery, and some snow going on in the Blue Mountain region. This will persist for the next hour or so. And as we move into our morning hours, that snow and rain will finally move out, though we could see a quick little spritz today mixed in with the sunshine. But tomorrow, our next big cell will be in Yakima in the morning hours, possibly Ellensburg. But folks, look at how things will change into the afternoon. Heavy shower activity for the Tri-Cities. It's eventually going to move into the Blue Mountain region in the later evening hours tomorrow night, and plenty of snow for the Cascades. And as we get to Friday night, a few heavy cells here and there, and then in the overnight period, more shower activity for Walla Walla, Pendleton, and the Tri-Cities, and then oscillating showers as we move along in the day. So do be prepared for quite a bit of wetness and wind on the way this weekend. We do have that winter weather advisory for the Blues until 11 o'clock this morning. So 4 to 7 inches of new snow expected there by the end. In the Cascades, starting late tomorrow, actually, I'm sorry, by 5 o'clock tomorrow night to Sunday at 5 p.m., there's a winter storm watch. 1 to 2 feet of new snow is expected above 3,500 feet, and also winds possible with gusts up to 55 miles per hour. So if you're traveling over the mountains this weekend, please be very careful. Current temperatures, we are chilly, about 15 degrees or so cooler than we saw yesterday and Tuesday morning for the Ellensburg area and Yakima, so bundle up there. Our other areas, though, Mid-Columbian Blues are in the lovely mid to lower 40s this morning. And today is going to be the warmest day by far of the week, lower 60s, upper 50s. Then we get mired into the just below 5 degrees or so below our average, and that's going to persist mostly into our next work week. So hopefully we'll see a heat spike one of these days. So wind speeds, we are expecting to see winds 10 to 15 mile per hour today. We're already seeing some double digits. As we head into tomorrow, it's going to start a string Friday, Saturday of 20 to 30 mile per hour sustained winds. Very heavy winds are on the way. The slow down into Sunday and into our next work week. Still a bit of a push, but nothing like we're seeing tomorrow and Saturday. So that's going to accompany those rains that are coming. So today, right around the 60-degree mark for the Yakima Valley, Ellensburg, 55. Over in the Mid-Columbia, mid to lower 60s today. Again, warmest day of the week, and a little warmer for the Blues in the upper 50s. 7-day forecast for Yakima. Yakima and Ellensburg won't see the brunt of the shower activity, but we'll still see some showers in the evening into Saturday morning and some oscillating showers on Sunday. But we cool down starting tomorrow, mid to lower 50s until we get the middle part of our next work week. In the Tri-Cities area, 57 tomorrow with those late showers into Saturday morning, and then off and on showers for your weekend with those cooler temperatures. So folks, windy conditions Saturday and tomorrow. But let's get back to today. Plenty of sunshine, winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Our warmest day of the week should be a lovely Thursday ahead.
A major development in the fight against the opioid crisis. The FDA just approved an over-the-counter version of naloxone, which is the generic version of Narcan. You've been able to walk into Washington pharmacies and get the overdose reversal medication without a prescription for some time now, but the FDA's decision means you'll be able to buy naloxone off the shelf just like common painkillers without talking to a pharmacist. Advocates say having the medication on you and knowing how to use it could save a life if you come across someone unconscious who might have overdosed. Doctors say if the person is not overdosing, the medication shouldn't hurt them. Local first responders have told us naloxone is a lifesaver, but it's not a cure-all. It can reverse an opioid overdose, but if you've taken something that has a mix of drugs, naloxone might not work. And while there are programs that provide Narcan for free, it can be expensive if you have to buy it yourself. The FDA says it's up to the drug maker to set the price for Narcan. The company says it'll be available over the counter, online, and in stores by late summer. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, surviving a spring break shark bite.
I heard him scream first. That moment is the most overwhelming thing I've ever experienced in my life.
On the last day of their family vacation in Cancun, this 10-year-old boy attacked by a shark while playing in knee-deep water. His terrified parents telling their story to GMA.
It was terrifying. We were in a different country. I don't speak Spanish. I wasn't allowed to see him. I didn't know how bad it was. Just as a mom, I was helpless, and that's a horrible, horrible feeling.
Seeing your child go through all that pain and how scared he was and just how confusing everything is. Yeah, it was bad.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll hear from little Dylan in his own words about the harrowing ordeal and his recovery now. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
Asthma isn't pretty. It's the moment when you realize that a good day is about to become a bad one. But then I remembered that the world is so much bigger than that with Trelegy. Because one dose a day helps keep my asthma symptoms under control. And with 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy helps improve lung function so I can breathe easier for a full 24 hours.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Trelegy contains a medicine that increases risk of hospitalizations and death from asthma problems when used alone. When this medicine is used with an inhaled corticosteroid, like in Trelegy, there is not a significant increased risk of these events. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase risk of thrush and infections. Get emergency care for serious allergic reactions. See your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse.
What a wonderful world. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for asthma, because breathing should be beautiful.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to Jason's local forecast in a moment, but first a look at this morning's top stories. A drive-by shooting on I-82 now under investigation by the Washington State Patrol. According to the agency, an unknown vehicle opened fire on a white Nissan Sentra traveling westbound on I-82. This happened before 1 in the morning on March 20th near the town of Outlook. Troopers say the unknown vehicle continued westbound and possibly got off the freeway between Granger and Toppenish. If you have information that can assist the investigation, contact Detective Jacobs at 509-249-6744 or through the email on your screen. It's opening day for Major League Baseball, and the Mariners are hosting the Cleveland Guardians for their first game of the 2023 season. Seattle will kick off the season with their first rafter ceremony in 21 years. After their trip to playoffs last year ended their 2-decade postseason drought. Much of last year's roster returns, and Mariners fans are hoping reigning Rookie of the Year Julio Rodriguez continues his meteoric rise. One early season prediction: pundits believe Seattle's young roster could bring home the club's first division title since 2001. First pitch is scheduled for 7:10 p.m. Pacific. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders minced no words when grilling Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz Wednesday. Schultz is testifying before Sanders and the rest of the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee. Sanders, who has accused Schultz of illegal anti-union activities, said he just wants to make sure justice applies to all, not just billionaires and large corporations.
What is outrageous to me is not only Starbucks' anti-union activities and their willingness to break the law. It is their calculated and intentional efforts to stall, and to stall. At a time when we want, in this difficult time in our country, for people to stand up and fight for their rights, to try to destroy the spirit of thousands and thousands of people who are fighting for justice. That, to my mind, is unforgivable.
During the hearing, Schultz said that unequivocally Starbucks has not broken the law. Schultz emphasized that the company has complied with the National Labor Relations Act by recognizing unions after they are certified. But Sanders remains concerned because he says the coffee giant has yet to negotiate with the union in any of the 300 stores that have voted to unionize. The city of Yakima has canceled April Pools Day, the annual free swimming and water safety event at Lions Pool, due to scheduling conflicts with the project to replace the HVAC system. They were going to close in April, but now it's been pushed out a month to May, meaning they should reopen just in time for summer. City staff say with a current temperature of 90 degrees inside the pool building and humidity at about 90%, the new HVAC system will make a huge difference.
We'll actually be able to chill the air. We'll actually be able to remove the moisture out of the air with the new HVAC system. The way it currently stands, we feel like Florida. It's very, very warm in here.
In the meantime, they have classes for water aerobics, swimming, and other programs with a full list on the Yakima Parks website.
And folks, get ready for a lovely Thursday ahead. We're still dealing with a bit of cloud coverage in the Mid-Columbia and in the Blue Mountain region. Those will be moving out as we move along in the day, though we could see a quick spritz or two come in. So we still have a bit of shower activity, Walla Walla area, Pendleton. We have a winter weather advisory for the upper elevations of the Blues. That's until 11 a.m. this morning, 4 to 7 new inches of snow. So if you're traveling through the mountains, do take care and keep an eye on current conditions. Speaking of snow, we are going to be seeing plenty of snow in the western slopes of the Cascades. 1 to 2 feet of new snow expected above 3,500 feet. That is starting tomorrow evening to Sunday evening. Also, we do expect to see winds up to gusts 55 miles per hour. So if you're traveling over to the west side anytime this weekend, keep a close eye on conditions and if there's any restrictions at the passes. So currently we are warm in the Mid-Columbia and the Blues, pretty much on par with where we have been. But look at Yakima, 27 this morning, 32 for Ellensburg, about 15 or so degrees off of what we've been seeing the last 2 mornings. So bundle up as you head out the door, but surprisingly, today is going to be the warmest day of our week by far. Winds right now, some double digits. We're seeing a little bit of push, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds today, but tomorrow starts Friday and Saturday, seeing 20 to 30 mile per hour sustained winds, especially as we get to Friday evening. So our highs today, warmest day of the week, right around 60 degrees for the Yakima Valley, 55 for Ellensburg. Over in the Mid-Columbia, mid to lower 60s. And as we get into the Blue Mountain region, upper 50s. Tomorrow we're going to return to highs in the mid to lower 50s, and that's going to stick until we get to the middle part of our next work week. Hope you can enjoy the sunshine and warmer temperatures today. We get the wind, the rain, and mountain snow tomorrow. Jill.
Thanks for joining us. Cap KVUE Local News is back tonight at 5.